Hey YouTube fam, this your girl, Adri Love Yourself 404, coming at another one to spread love and light to all. If you like my content, go ahead and hit that noti bell, like, comment, and sub. And we're gonna jump right into this thing. I hope you all are having a blessed day, and let's go. Okay, so biggest day, overflow with love. That is Romans 15:13. You have to have, I'm sorry, overflow in hope. You have to have hope. Romans 15:13. You have to have hope in this world because, like, in a society full of people not believing in each other, not believing in the progress, and not believing in the dedication of whatever situations y'all go through or whatever life is leading you to, that's where a lot of things go left because a lot of people forget to have hope in themselves and in the situation and circumstances, especially if you're putting in the work and you're applying, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're applying, you're going to always see benefits. You're going to see, you're going to reap what you sow, especially in the harvest season. If you're full of hope and you're dedicated to what you believe in and you're able to decipher and use discernment of what's truly for you, things are going to go according to how God wants them for you. But as long as you're aligning yourself up in His will for you, things will go perfectly. But you have to have hope, and you have to have love in this world and hope. That's the gateway keys out, if you ask me, to get to where you need to get to. Because there's so many people that's high up in the world, and the way they got up there is not by showing love and not by, you know, being hopeful. They just, you know, however they did it. But excuse me. What I'm saying is, you have to be filled with hope because a lot of people don't believe in that these days. A lot of people don't believe in each other these days, and it's sad that in the community, anywhere you go in the world, it's lack of hope in each other, in a race, in a society, in groups. Like, it's just sad. So you have to have hope, especially if you're planning to be something or you have something going for yourself and you're just waiting for it to turn out, good. As long as you're putting in the work and you're applying the pressure, because it's going pressure bust pipes. So we're going to see if you're applying the right pressure. But as long as you're applying the right pressure, things will go in the way that they need to go for your life. As long as you're discerned and you're dedicated with hope and love, I believe that you will get further in life from the people who have more and who have six-figure businesses, who are entrepreneurs, all that. I believe if you spread love and you have hope in what you're doing, and you can have hope for other people too. You know what I'm saying? Don't just believe in what you got going, but hope for other people who's striving just as well as you, who's trying to come up, who's trying to build themselves. You have to have hope in this world. Overflow it with hope. Like, overflow everything you do with hope, just knowing that as long as I'm waking up today and I'm getting up and I'm putting this pressure towards this dream that I want, or this dream house, or this dream car, or just being in the position that I want to be in life. It's going to pay off. So I encourage you to be overflow with hope. Okay, first card, know your purpose. You have to know your purpose in this world. And I say this because a lot of people are spending time on living in other people's images and trying to be like other people they see on TV or just in the norm, like around your area or where you grew up. We all trying to be something, but be yourself, know your purpose, and know that what you have, nobody else has. So what you contribute, can't nobody contribute it the way you do. So I encourage you to know your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, I encourage you to pray for discernment And as you pray for discernment, eventually, you know, and you can't just pray one day thinking that, oh, God's going to give me this. No, you have to be consistently in the book and on your knees praying for things that you want and you need in life. Because when you get them, you have to be able to manage them, or, you know, the things that God has beyond that, you won't be able to get because the things that He gave you already, you're not able to manage. So know your purpose and know what's for you and what's not for you. Don't go jumping off the cliff because everybody else doing it. Have your own mind. Bring your own stuff to the table. Be able to shine your own light without dimming nobody else's, or, you know, copycatting somebody else's. Be your own authentic self, literally. And I think that's on the board. Yes, it is. It's on the board. Anyways, just know your purpose. And as soon as you figure out your purpose and you're applying the pressure in your purpose and wherever you want to be in life, as long as you applying the pressure and doing everything, working hard, being dedicated, as long as you're doing these things, things are going to go right for you. And when you find your purpose, you're going to want to drop everything that didn't make sense or that didn't serve you or that didn't, you know, motivate you to see beyond yourself. Because it's crazy, because certain people that you have around you, they can see your purpose before you can. And certain people won't motivate you to follow your dreams, or just to, you know, hey, you should do this because I think you're great at this. People won't steer you to the right direction because some people, I'm just saying some, are afraid of other people leveling up above them. When one thing I do like about certain people, when one person eat, let's speak for Nipsey Hussle. When one person eat, his whole team eat. So like when he came up, he tried to put his team on. He put a lot of people in the streets on, felons, people who couldn't even get a job, people who weren't able to be in society because of their record or things that they've done in the past. Everybody deserves redemption. And I believe that, you know, Nipsey Hussle was a good man for seeing past people's, you know, past and flaws, you know, and knowing that these people needed another shot to feed their family. I think that's a beautiful thing. So know your purpose, you know, give back to the give back to those who encouraged you, and to those who haven't, you know, just pray for them that they find their ways along the way, you know. But you have to know your purpose in this world in order to be where you want to be. Because as long as you're doing what you need to do, you're going to get there. You're going to defeat everything that they said you couldn't do. Everything that they called you, you're going to prove that that's not you. And you're going to show them, this is my purpose. This is what I'm here to do. So figure out you. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to move on. But under that is thankful, blessed. Be thankful, of course. Be thankful for just waking up. Be thankful for being able to breathe. Be thankful for being able to have the sight to see, being able to hear, being able to taste. Excuse me. Being able to touch, being able to be around people who love you, even if they don't love you. Get around people who are like-minded like you, and they'll eventually grow to love you. Because if you guys have the same type of mentality and you want something in life and they want something in life and you guys are applying pressures, you guys are eventually gonna love each other, and y'all should already love each other because y'all both trying, you know. So it's no need to bring nobody down because we both thankful in this be. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say something else, but we both thankful to be able to be here. We're thankful for able to be able to live out what other people couldn't do. Like the things that I'm trying to do with myself, a lot of people from my generations aren't able to do this. So be thankful. I'm thankful for everything that God gives me each and every day. The people who I don't talk to and the people that I do talk to, they know who they are and I love them so much. You know, God has blessed me with beautiful men in my life to where I am I am fully happy. I'm able to be happy. So I am thankful for them. I'm thankful for my little man, you know. He's the centerpiece of my life. So I'm thankful for everything. So take the time to be thankful for what you do have and be thankful for what's on the way and stop being ungrateful for the things that you don't have and what everybody else has because you keep comparing yourself to everybody else. That's not how it goes. There is no competition in this world. It's just competitive spirits, and they're using they're using that the competition ain't even between us. It really ain't. Like nobody should be competing to get a spot in life, to get a job. Like have it. God got something better for me, so I'm gonna let you have it. You have to understand that. Be thankful. So be blessed, thankful and blessed. Yes. I love that word because being blessed is not just a word, it's a feeling. It's affirmation of life, of what everything that we don't have, maybe the things that we don't need, and the things that we do have and the things that we do need, you know. Being blessed is an honor if you ask me because a lot of people don't see the little things as being blessings. And that's where we go wrong. We don't see that God has truly blessed us to get things together better than we did yesterday. We can turn things around today, even though it takes time. Just starting today, that's just a little leap. That's just a little jump start. You know, that's just a little push and a little truck. You know what I'm saying? So be blessed and know that even if you don't have $1 million home and you don't have this and you don't have that and you don't have a man and you don't have a woman, don't worry about those things because as long as you're praying and you're being thankful and you're knowing that you're blessed and you praying for discernment, God gonna give you everything that you need and want because God wants us to have what He has, and what He has for us is already ours. We just have to declare it. Okay, after that, let's go down. Love yourself. You know, that's my name. So, Adri Love Yourself 404. I'm here to spread love, light, and encouragement to people who need to love themselves better. I was in a position where I did not love myself. I didn't know how. You know what I'm saying? Nobody taught me self love. And honestly, I was a little stubborn in a sense growing up because of the issues that I were dealing with growing up where I grew up. It was so many people hating on each other instead of uplifting each other. It was just so much hate. So it'll make you ugly. It'll make you, especially being surrounded by it so much, it'll rub off on you, and it will affect you in ways that you don't want to be affected by it. So I had to grow up and I had to lose a lot of things and a lot of friends and a lot of people that I loved so dearly because I lacked self love and I needed to find myself in order to love myself. So that's what I chose. I literally just got out of a relationship not too long ago, and I'm gonna sum it all up. I needed to love myself more. And now that I am back in my hometown, and I'm able to do what I want to do, I just feel so much freer. It's not like the person had me bound, but spiritual bounds are true. You can be spiritually bound to somebody and they can suck the love out of you and they can suck the self-love out of you too. So you have to be very, very precise on who you talk to and who you think that's for you. You have to pray on it each and every day. And as I prayed on it, God revealed to me that this person was not for me, you know, and I appreciate everything God do and is doing for me because I'm able to see clearer than what I did, even though I was getting signs of telling me, you know, self love, and I need to do this. I had to really open my eyes to self. I had to open my eyes to where God wanted me to see beyond myself, to see beyond my own existence. And as soon as I was blessed with my son, it was like, you know I can love myself, but I have to love him more because he's so he's so fragile. He's just a baby. He needs that type of love and protection, the love and protection I didn't get from my father. So I just tried to be different, and I was losing myself in a relationship with my partner, that the previous partner. And I was just losing myself. So, I had to pray for discernment. In the day that I prayed for discernment, God revealed so much to me. And in that same day, I left that relationship alone. I left everything that I built behind because God told me He has so much new for me. He has so much in store for me. As long as I can be patient and do what I'm supposed to do and find myself and heal myself, because, the healing process is the best. Healing yourself, it ain't easy. You're going to find yourself crying. You're going to find yourself asking a lot of whys. But once you get over that stage, just the peaceful part, oh my God, it's so much, it's just so much better. So I'm able to love myself more. I'm able to do things for myself that I wasn't willing to do in a relationship because I was in that relationship. Like when I'm committed, I'm fully committed. And I think that's how a relationship is supposed to be. But I lacked self love. So I can't really, you know, I can't really say that 100% that's what a relationship is supposed to be, because you have to love yourself. You have to have self discipline in loving yourself and knowing what's enough for you and knowing what you're not going to put up with and knowing what your worth is. Baby, know your worth, because everybody ain't going to appreciate you, especially when they know you heaven bound and you kingdom child. When they know you God's child, people will stomp all over your heart and roll and do twerks on it and all type of stuff. So just love yourself. I encourage you. Loving yourself, it'll really set you free from the bonds you thought you were bonded with. Like the people that you thought you was bonded with in the world. I'm telling you, when you love yourself and you start finding yourself, watch how easy it is for you to just let things be and let people go, especially if they don't serve you no good or they don't bring no good to your life, or they have their intentions and they just want to drain you for all your energy and love, like they deserve it, but they don't want to reciprocate it. They don't want to give it back. See, you got to watch people. That's why it's important. That's why I'm on this channel right now, because I want y'all to know that loving yourselves is the best thing you can do for yourself. Before, to all my youngins, young kids, I encourage you to watch this video and just watch videos of self-love and self-respect and self-discipline, self-understanding. Learn yourself before you try to love somebody else or get into a situation with somebody else. Love yourself truly, because in order for you to fully love somebody and know your worth and this person's worth and know when to walk away and know when to pipe things down, you have to discipline yourself and love yourself. You have to pray for discernment over yourself, because sometimes we'll deceive ourselves thinking that things, knowing spiritually, spirit is always talking to us, communicating with us, knowing that spirit is like, no, this ain't for you, but our mind and our hearts just be like, oh, no, 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 this person's for me. No, it ain't. And then eventually you find that out in the long run. But I encourage y'all to love yourselves before anything else, any other being besides your family, your immediate family, the family you grew up with. But before you try to get in a relationship or try to build something with somebody, find yourself first and love yourself and appreciate yourself, so you'll know the type of person you want. You want a person to do the same thing, have self-discipline, love themselves, pray, the same way you pray, but not just, differently. Everybody pray different, but just praying, praying for the same things, discernment, peace for the family, peace upon people, love for people, joy for people, blessing people. Like, even if they hurt you, you still pray for them people, and you just let it be what it is. What they choose to do is what they choose to do. As long as God keep giving you another day to love yourself and encourage yourself and uplift yourself, that's all that really matter, because God gonna do the rest. He see you doing your work. Now it's time for him to put in his work, because he already did the work. That's the thing. God already did the work. You just got to do your work. Love yourself, love God, pray for discernment, be self-disciplined, be self-sufficient, be self-aware, and protect yourself, and everything else will fall in line, I promise. So we're gonna move right along. You have to forgive yourself. Next card is forgive yourself. Like, all the things that I've been through, you know, I used to blame people for it. Like, oh, this is because of you. It's because you didn't value me enough. No, you see, I knew the type of people I was dealing with, especially when they started to show me who they was. That's when I knew I didn't value myself, sticking around this person. When you stick around a person that you know is toxic or a narcissistic, you don't value yourself. And because they don't teach you how to value yourself in a relationship, you're supposed to value each other. And people are not supposed to teach you. But in a relationship, it is lessons that we do learn, and we're supposed to learn from each other. So valuing yourself is so much, it plays a part on self-love. Big, big, big major part on self-love. Because if you don't value yourself, nobody's going to value you. If you don't have self-worth, if you don't know your worth, people going to treat you what they think you are. And people can think a lot about you and not really know who you are inside. So I encourage you to forgive yourself and forgive those who hurt you. Before you forgive self, you have to come to terms to what the things that you allow, because we could say this person did this person did that to me, but you stuck around for this person to do these things to you. So you allowed this person to do these things to you. So now that you're aware of what you've done and what this person did do, with your acceptance, because you did accept it, you could have just walked away and got up and said, hey, this ain't for me. You know, you allowed it to happen. So I encourage you, in order to get everything that got your name on it from heaven, you have to forgive. And forgiving is one of the hardest pills to swallow, because there's so many people that don't deserve forgiveness. But who are we to determine that? Who are we to decipher who deserves forgiveness or not? Even if a person physically hurt you or did some things that they weren't supposed to you, you forgive them, because God got a bigger plan for all of us. And as long as he know that you're working on yourself and you working on the things that he want for you, because he wants us to forgive those who've hurt us. And that brings him joy, knowing that we're just at least trying to work on it. Like, literally, not just saying, oh, I'm going to work on it. You literally have to put in the time and get to understand what forgiveness is, and how other people felt when they forgave, and just understanding other people's lessons of forgiveness. It'll help you learn to forgive other people for the things that they did to you, because sometimes they know not what they do spiritually. you know they don't know who they belong to sometimes. And that's another topic for another day, but we allow people to do us a certain way. So that's why I say you have to value yourself, you have to love yourself, and you have to have self-worth, so people will know how to treat you in this world. And sometimes people still ain't gonna know, and those are the type of people you stay away from. You pray for them, but you tell them bye. You tell them bye, because I ain't got time for this. Bye, devil, with your ugly self, in my Latoya Okia voice. And I know y'all watch her. So come on now. Just keep forgiving. Work on forgiveness, and then being able to forgive other people. You're going to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to accept that type of behavior. And once you do, you close. You close to your due season. You're close to that right there is self-love already, knowing that you can forgive a person and then you can forgive yourself for the things you allowed yourself to do. Because of this person did it doesn't mean that they put a gun in your head. And even if they did, just forgive them. Just stay away from them, but forgive them. But we allow ourselves to go through certain things when we have choices to stand up and walk away. So I encourage you to forgive yourself for the things you didn't walk away from. And I encourage you, if you're still in those situations to where they're draining you and they're taking everything from you and you're not able to see past yourself or that person, you got to see yourself in a situation. When you're in a situation, make sure you see yourself as good as day, but make sure you're taking accountability for the things you do as well. Because again, if you're sticking around, you're accepting it. Don't accept nothing below you because that's below you. If you know yourself, that's below you. Don't accept bullshit from bullshit. Don't accept bullshit from bullshitters. Don't accept the narcissistic behavior from a narc. Don't accept it. Keep it pushing and pray for them. And they're going to reach out to you. They're going to talk. They're going to try to, don't do it. Don't go backwards. Because once you start moving forward, that's when the devil try to use his little minions to bring you back. No, ma'am. Bye with your ugly self. Thank you. But forgive yourself. And I promise you, forgiving the people who hurt you and forgiving yourself is the best way to find love, self-love. And as long as you're able to forgive, watch how your world gonna change. Just because you forgive don't mean you have to be still talking to these people. You don't have to mix yourself with mess at all. You don't have to be around people who don't deserve to be around you. Because I tell you one thing, if they did it once, if they misused you and abused you, they did it once, they'll do it twice. No matter if you're renewed as a person or not, because they still that same person. People got to learn to get themselves together too. So you pray for them and keep your distance, you know? Okay, so we're going to go on to the next. Be your authentic self. This one is my favorite because authentic is my word. Like, if you can't be who you are, who God made you to be, without putting on extra, and I'm not talking about makeup, but it's just an, because I wear makeup too. Well, I ain't gonna lie, but it's just an example. You don't have to have all that extra shit. You don't have to have all that extra stuff on. You could just be your authentic self. You could just be you, and a lot of people gonna vibe with you, especially if they feel like it's 100% genuine and it's 100% like authentic, like real, like not 20% fake or anything. People gonna mess with it. People gonna vibe with you, and people gonna love you for that. A lot of people love to see realness. It's rare because there's so much fake stuff going on in the world, and fake is low key accepted in the world. But it's still a lot of people out here like myself that loves to be authentic and love to see that real stuff. I love an original person, a person like my mom, rest in peace. She was so original, right? She would rock things from her time. She was born in like she was born 69. So she would just rock things from her time. And she was just so original for me. And I used to be so in love with it and infatuated with it. Like she was just, her own style was just her own style. And she, like, it's not that she didn't adjust to the new times, but she loved herself and the way she was and the way she dressed. And that's what I loved about my mama. She was so authentic. She was original. You know what I'm saying? So be original. Don't be what other people expect you to be just because they jumping on the bandwagon. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Don't be like these other folk. Because, they could be all jumping on the bandwagon and go to hell. Don't do that. Be genuine with yourself and be authentic. Like, be 100 with yourself. Original is okay. Rocking your original hair is okay. Rocking your original self is okay. Rocking other things, authentic, rocking fake hair, that's cool and all, If you do that, that's cool. You know, a lot of females look good with it, and they make it look like it's theirs because they pay for it. So it is. But I'm just speaking in general. Like, make sure you are being authentic with yourself and who you are. Don't walk around being other people because you see that this is what the wave is, or this is what is it popping, or this is what everybody doing. Don't do that. Be yourself. And you might not get the attention that them fake people get, but I promise you, real recognize real in the club, granddad. So just know that as long as you being yourself, a lot of people gonna recognize it, and a lot of people still, it's still a lot of real people in the world, so they gonna rock with you, and they gonna respect it as long as you being yourself and being authentic, and no salt mistaken for sugar in the coffee. Everything gonna be all G. Trust me. Be yourself. Be your authentic self, because it's no telling what you can do or what you're capable of doing or who's watching you, because everybody watching everybody these days. It's no telling who's watching you and might just like you or might just want you for an opportunity that might just change your life. So be yourself. You don't have to be nothing else but yourself. And I encourage that in today's society. So we're gonna move it on along. We're gonna go up. Faith, hope, and love. I love faith. I have faith tatted on me. So you have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in a higher power. I'm not gonna tell you to believe in God, but I'm gonna tell you what God has done for me in these last few years of me having faith and me believing in God and me coming from where I come from. God has been all over my life. Like, I never noticed how heavy He was working on me. I never noticed how heavy He loved me, bro. And it makes me cry. Like, just